everybody, it's Risa and Kevin from Hudson Valley Vintage. Welcome, welcome. It's Wednesday night, our favorite night of the week. We are starting a new project, and this is a really special project. This is something that I have wanted to do for a long time, and we are going to walk you through the whole thing. It's probably going to take a couple of videos, so we're going to do it.
You think a couple?
Yeah. So let's talk about this project. So this is a waterfall dresser. It's an antique waterfall dresser, and it's beautiful. It needed a lot of work. We've done basically most of the work, but Kevin's going to show you how to do a couple things. So tonight is fun because we're starting this project, and a lot of it is repair stuff that Kevin's going to walk you through. It's a waterfall dresser. Waterfall dressers are mainly veneer, which is great. What would you date these waterfall dressers, like 30s?
Yeah, probably.
It's very deco, very art deco.
I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get those drawers open again, but that's okay.
Oh, I left a little rim on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all you need to do is
I can get
one
them.
out.
I can get them, yeah.
So one of the things that we wanted to do with this dresser is, should I tell them should I just tell them what our
Yeah,
concept is?
I would give them the concept.
So the concept of this dresser, I'm very excited. This is something I've wanted to do for a long time, and we're doing a suitcase dresser. Yay! I'm so excited. Each drawer is gonna look like a different vintage suitcase, and it's gonna look like they were all stacked. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, here's the thing. These dressers each have two handles. Suitcases have one handle. So the first part of this is Kevin is going to show you how do you take a drawer that maybe you have a drawer that you want to make that has two handles and you want to make it one like this, or maybe you have a drawer that has one handle and you want to make it two. Each drawer is going to be completely different.
Okay, so, and this is a really kind of a cool thing that Risa figured out. So Risa figured out, where is it over here, which I'm going to tell you, this is a great idea, using Paint Couture's embossing medium. So the embossing medium is, let's see,
It's kind of fluffy almost.
yeah, it actually looks like marshmallow.
Yeah.
You know, it looks like melted marshmallow. So it goes on.
Think like Fluffernutter.
Yeah, it goes on really nice. It's water-based. There's no real problem with it. So we played around with it. We've done a few things now, and it works like a charm. What I wound up getting her was a set of these really simple metal. They're auto body putty as pliers, but the smallest one tends to work. The kit comes with 4 of them, and I think it was like $6. And so, really simple. This is a couple of coats.
Well, does it need to be sanded or is it smooth?
No, they need to be sanded down a little bit. I wanted to show how I put it on, because it's really pretty simple to put it on. This will last. This one jar will last all kinds of furniture. Now, there's a couple of really other cool things that you can do with this. So waterfall dressers, also all veneer, and so they all have a nice veneer. As you can see, this is a bookmark veneer. This was veneer. So another thing that I'll talk about, this was veneer that was in really bad shape, and I took it off. Most of these drawers...
Yeah, we peeled it off.
Most of these drawers are made with poplar, which is a really good solid conifer wood, but it doesn't warp, doesn't crack. But if you notice the edge, you can see the white, you can see white over here, and all the holes. I actually used the embossing paste to patch up broken pieces and missing pieces of the veneer. And there's a bigger one down here. Sand's super easy. So where's my piece of wood now?
Here
we go.
There's no hole in it, but...
It's all right. It's all right. So I will show you how to, I can make a hole in it. So really pretty simple. So I just put a bunch of dents in this, right? Can you see the little dents in there?
Yes, I can.
So super simple. Take just a little bit.
Show them.
Just like a little bit on the edge, right? I love this little metal piece. because it flexes. And I'll just flex it a little bit, a little pressure, and just run it right over the top a couple times. And scrape it all off. You don't need to leave this on, right? So you don't want to do that. You can scrape it right down to almost nothing, and you can see how it fills those
yeah,
holes?
we see that well.
It fills the holes like super well.
It's like magic.
Yep.
The only thing is you need to be painting over it. You can't stain this.
Yeah, you don't want to leave it this way. So if you're painting over it as opposed to staining, because this is going to take the stain a little differently than the wood, so it would show up. But very, very easy. You'll let this sit, let it dry. It's going to shrink down just a little bit, and then you just do exactly the same thing.
Yeah, usually.
If you want, you can go a different direction.
So when we filled the holes of these drawers, we did either 3 or 4 coats. But I actually applied 2 coats just today, and it only takes about an hour to dry.
It's really thin, very sparing. Scrape it all back out. That's the key. The reason I like this particular little kit, because they're bigger, and I can show you the bigger ones. If you've got a really big area that's missing a section of veneer, you can either go this way, but you could go across the whole thing. But you just want to be careful with it. Sanding. So here's a little bit that was done to fix a corner. Where the veneer was gone. So rather than having that little chunk, and so now this stuff, if I were to be sanding this with that plastic wood, I'd be here all day. Or I'd use a machine. That's like right down to nothing. So I can feel on here.
And you're sanding by feel, I'm assuming.
Sand by feel. So what you want to do, this is going back to old auto body work. So you just run your hand over it, and you should feel no kind of boom, 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 boom. I always close if you close your eyes, you can then your eyes take it away. You don't worry about what you can see.
Yeah, because we're painting over this.
Worry about what you can feel. And so it's really quick.
What grit sandpaper are you using?
I'm using, this actually feels, these are the sanding blocks.
Yeah, they're pretty rough.
It feels like a coarse one, which actually is good. That's what you want. You want to just take it off, you know? So, that feels really nice there. I can feel it feels a little low, so I may just put another dab on there.
A little dab will do you.
Yep.
The only thing is I'm going to start painting them tonight, so is that going to be all right?
Yeah, because I'm not putting much on.
Okay.
See, I can smear it on like that, but then the whole deal is
to get it off.
Which is why I really like these metal.
So do you want to show us how to drill out the new hole, or
Yep.
do you want to? Okay, so now that you have that drawer out.
That will just be touched off a little bit. I can sand these down really quick.
And this is the product we used to fill the holes. It's from Paint Couture. We sell it in our shop and on our website. And I know that this part of furniture painting is not super exciting, but...
Well, but this may, so if you see a piece that is it's got a little damage to it, but it's got lines that you love, you can negotiate down to nothing, right? Because and so this is not that big.
Negotiate the price.
So negotiate the price down to nothing and get a really nice piece. This has got a gorgeous front to it. So this drawer right here, the veneer was partially missing, and then it was also loose. So what I wound up doing is I wound up taking the drawer, standing it up, and taking warm, wet towels, put them in the microwave, and I just laid them on this overnight. It took about 2 nights. I didn't want to use a stripper. And so what ended up happening, the warm water from the towels soaked into the water-based glue. So this is like 1930s, 1920s. Soaked into the glue, and the veneer literally peeled off. So I just peeled it all off. Got this beautiful wood underneath of it. There's actually a knot here. So this is going to be an imperfection, which is going to be really
It's fine.
Cool. So that's a really cool.
I mean, they're going to be old suitcases, so.
Yeah. See, this whole bottom corner here was completely, the veneer was gone.
Yep,
that's actually done.
We repaired that entirely with the embossing medium.
Okay, so I'm just going to do the knobs again one more time.
Okay. So as I said before, because each suitcase is going to be completely different, we have 4 different pulls for each drawer center. So Kevin's going to show you how to figure out where to put it and drill the holes, because sometimes when you get a drawer and there's two pulls, you might only want one in the middle, or vice versa. Maybe there's only one in the middle and you want to add 2, or you want to you have something that has a knob and you want to make a pull, or however you want to change up the hardware. So it's not impossible to do. It's pretty easy.
Easiest way. There are all kinds of ways to find. I'm going to kind of turn this in a minute. To find the center of something, you could take tape or a ruler or string and go corner to corner, and where they cross is going to be dead center. That's one way. Then you can put your knob kind of right on top of it, on the center of the knob, and you're good to go. There's another way of kind of measuring the width of it. It's about 27 and a half, so that's going to be 13 3/4 and 10. So 5. So what I'll do is, where's my tape? That's pretty tape.
Let me come a little closer so I can show you.
I put it in the center. I'm putting it close, but not in the center. So, what I'll do with a pen, you don't have to eyeball the center. So it's 10 inches. So what I'm looking for is 5, right? This requires math. I hate to say it. Hate to be the spoiler alert. 27 and a half, 13 and 3/4. So 13 and 3/4, I did put it in the center. Look at that. So there's my 13 and 3/4 line. There's my 5 mark. How did you bend a ruler?
I did not bend that ruler.
Wow.
Do you want another one? Maybe I did bend it. You better watch yourself. Yeah.
That's the center. So that's right here. Here's it. Pretty simple. That's pretty simple. How do I? The other side there is right? But when I do this, how do I mark those holes? There are about 16 different holes.
Show us the easiest.
So what I'm going to do, I've got a couple of small little holes.
Oh, I'll get it.
So, and I'm going to put those. Pencil in. What I was also going to do is cut the head off with a screw. Thread a screw in, because then it can be fixed. So just put these little bits in there.
I'll get it. You need a hammer? If I had a hammer.
Now I just
forgot your reading glasses.
As they say in whatever, voila. So now, I'm going to put the handle on the other side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the
Scotch off. I've asked Kevin to change this from a 2-drawer dresser to a single drawer, not 2-drawer, 2 pulls. So he's showing us how to do that. He already sealed up the holes with embossing medium. And
magically, this is the same size as the other one.
They're all the same size.
Just measuring. So I just put 2 pieces of tape on the center. That's halfway up the dresser. And this is 27 1/2. So it's going to be
So you're really just using the tape so you have something to write on, is that?
this way you see.
Yeah.
I can mark them.
So I know this is not the most exciting tutorial we've ever done, but it's important to know how to do these things. I didn't say Kevin's is not exciting, so walk us through what you're doing. And talk loud. I'm just saying I don't want to. Just do what I said. I'm the director. Don't.
So what I'm doing is I'm finding the center of the drawer by not putting tape in the center. It really doesn't matter.
Well, what's the point of
I'm
the
gonna
tape?
mark on the tape because I can see the mark. If I mark on the board with a pencil, I don't want to use a marker on the board because that's going to be. Use a pencil on some of the other drawers, like this drawer. I'm going to say pencil.
No.
So I can mark on the green tape. Green tape is where we want, and I can see that's the whole purpose.
And the tape is basically for you to have something to write on.
This is like a mark.
Yeah.
And so, if, here's the other thing. If you're using tape, go ahead and use a Sharpie. You can mark on it. If I use a pencil, I didn't have to use a pencil on this. Tape. But don't mark on the little breaks on the bottom. And 3 out of 3 with this method are like lining up like perfectly. So there you are.
Now, the last thing that we need to do is, I think you added more embossing medium, so we need to sand. Now, one thing you should know about this embossing medium is that you're not going to stain over it. This is just going to be used in your painting. Yeah, but we're fine. So, I hope so. Oh, we have a question. Wait, could you use this paste or this medium on some small holes on walls? Yeah. All right, Julie wants to know if the product, when it dries, is hard. As in, could it be scratched like with a fingernail or something? Yeah. Oh, perfect. So take care, and thank you so much for watching.